Welcome back, friends. Today I'm going to be making a cinnamon cream cheese roll. So some friend of the family's, her and her husband just recently had twins, a little boy and a girl, about a couple weeks before December. And with it being the holidays and everything, I didn't have a chance to get a meal put together for them, so I am doing that for tomorrow. And for their dessert, I wanted to make them a cream cheese roll because she is nursing, and so I wanted her to have a lot of protein-packed foods and so protein-packed dessert. They are not carnivore or keto, or they don't eat that way, so I want them to have something that they're going to enjoy, yet still be full of protein and really low on the carbs, because that just helps nursing mamas and nursing babies. And it's winter, so keeping your immune system up is super important. So the less sugar that you can have, the better that your immune system is. So I thought it will be all around good. I have a couple other videos of different varieties of the cream cheese rolls. The original one, which is has no sweeteners and uses cottage cheese instead of ricotta cheese, just a couple different things, is from Allergies Bite, but tastes good. I'll be sure to link their channel down in the description. Really fun mother-son channel, and they do a lot of different videos, really catering to people with different types of food allergies. So whether it needs to be gluten-free or keto or carnivore, so it's not just a carnivore channel. They have various recipes for the whole spectrum of the proper human diet. So it's a really, really lovely channel, and they left a really sweet comment on my holiday cream cheese roll. So just really, really good to be able to collaborate and share other people's channels too, especially when you get inspiration from them. So I'm not going to make this video too long, because I'll link the other videos that have a little bit of the longer process, because it's the same process, I'm just using different seasonings. So you're going to start with 7 eggs. You're going to separate them, and you are going to whip your whites until they are nice and stiff. I do apologize for the lighting in my kitchen is horrid. I can't either get decent lighting or bad lighting, but it is what it is. Stiff egg whites, you want them to be where they are stiff. Then you are going to take your egg yolks and put them in a food processor. A blender would probably work too. I just like my food processor because it's easier. So the egg yolks, 1/2 cup of ricotta cheese, 1 package of softened cream cheese, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of meat flour. I will link my chicken meat flour. It'll be somewhere up here. And I'm actually using a pork meat flour in here right now, but I don't have a video for that. So I will just link the chicken flour. It doesn't taste like meat, but it gives it more protein. It gives it just a really neat texture. And then if you don't want any sweeteners, you don't have to add any sweeteners. I did add just a little over 1/2 cup of allulose. That's my favorite sweetener to use because it typically doesn't upset people's stomachs like some sugar alcohols might. There's more and more research coming out with allulose. Dr. Ben Bickman has been putting out some of the research studies showing that allulose is actually good for metabolism, and it is a GLP-1 inhibitor or antagonist, one of those two things. But basically, it helps you feel full longer, and not because of fiber, because fiber doesn't always agree with everyone's systems. Anyway, obviously you don't want to go overboard on the allulose, and that doesn't mean that, you know, just eat allulose all day long. If sweeteners cause you to crave, you totally can do this without sweetener. You do not need sweetener at all. We don't want anything to cause a craving. But if you're like me, where this, you know, one piece and you're good, and certain sweeteners don't cause you to, like that sweet taste doesn't cause you to have a craving, and you want to have this, you can share this with other people that maybe don't eat strict carnivore. Allulose is a really good go-to. I also used a half a teaspoon. This is going to be a cinnamon cream cheese roll. So I used a half a teaspoon of cinnamon extract, and this is the Watkins one. I like it. Oh, you can't really see it. I'm sorry. Anyway, I like it because I can find it at my grocery store. You can order these online. The other brand of extracts, if I'm not making my own, which I do actually have my own cinnamon extract that I made, but I'm not actively, if I don't have my own made, I like Olive Nation. So Olive Nation is really good, and Watkins is really good. You just want to, for any extracts that you're looking for, you just want to make sure they don't have added sugar or dextrose. They really should be just the essence of whatever it is that you are trying to extract. So in this case, it's cinnamon oil, so like an extracted oil from the cinnamon, alcohol, and then there's water. So that's all that's in here. And then I used, because this is going to be the cake part, I just used a little over a teaspoon of cinnamon. So I've made these in several different flavors. You'll see my holiday one, chocolate chip one, the cinnamon. You can just make a plain one, which is really cool. Oh, I wanted to add vanilla. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is vanilla that I make myself, and I do like to add that in. Even though I added in the cinnamon extract, I wanted to add in vanilla extract as well, because it just really helps bring out all the flavor, and it pairs really good. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now I am going to mix this all up, blend it until it's all smooth, and then we will mix it with the egg whites and get it in the oven. Alright, so this is done and ready to be mixed. Before I mix it, I'm going to show you guys something so cute. So this is an apron that my daughter made me. It's supposed to have arm things that snap, but I needed her to fix something, so I just got it tied here. But look, she hand embroidered. It's the Carnivore Mommy. It's the cutest thing ever. She makes these and sells these, and her store name is called Happily Crafted for You. And I'll link that below. She's just getting started, but if there's something that you're interested in, she can definitely make this. She brought me heavy whipping cream so that I can make the rest of my friends' meals tomorrow. Thank you. She just came home, so. Okay, so now we are ready to mix this. Of course, it happens whenever I decide I'm going to do a video, and then chaos breaks. But you know what? It keeps it real. All right. So we're going to start by getting all of this. You want a big bowl so you have plenty of room to fold the whites in. So as I was saying, take all of this, put it into a nice big bowl. Now what we're going to do is we are going to fold the whites right into this. So I take about half of the white, the egg whites, and it's just there. Basically, really incorporate it. Now I have my prepared roll, my prepared jelly roll pan, and I have sprayed it with avocado oil. It won't really stick, but I just do that anyway just because it gives me a little reassurance. And I'm going to take this and you're just going to push it around. So now I'm going to put this in the oven and bake at 350 for about 25 minutes. You want it to be done all the way through. Then we're going to pull it out. We're going to let it cool for no longer than 10 minutes. And when we get to that point, I will explain why, and it will make all kinds of sense. So I will be back in about 25 minutes. All right, the cake is done. Looks beautiful. Look how beautiful that looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on a wire rack and let it cool for 10 minutes. It's very important not to let it cool for much longer than that. Sorry. It's very important to not let it cool for much longer than that because it will break more. You have more of a chance of breaking it when you roll it if it has cooled to the point of being like completely cold. If you cool it, or if you roll it when it still is just a little bit warm, you don't want it like piping hot out. You don't want to do that. But where it just still is a little bit warm, a little bit pliable, less risk of breaking it. The last cup. Hi, I hope you're enjoying this video. If you are, please be sure to like and share. Also make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and that you hit that notification bell so that anytime I upload a video or have a new recipe, you'll be notified. You can be one of the first to watch. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so it has been 10 minutes. Our cake is cooled but not cold. So the reason you don't want to leave it cool longer than about 10 minutes, maybe less even if it's cold in your kitchen, like if it's winter like it is now, is because the colder that it gets, the more apt it is to break, and break when you roll it. In the last two videos that I did, life kind of got in the way and I left it cool probably an hour before I came back to it, and both times it broke, and it hadn't done that before, and then I realized that I had those previous times I hadn't left it cool too long. So let's get this rolled. So I have a towel, just a real thin towel. I've sprinkled some monk fruit sweetener on this. That's totally optional. It's just to further guarantee that the cake won't stick to this, and it probably won't stick, but anyway. We're just going to take this. Okay. All right. Oops. So now what you're going to do is you're going to fold the towel in, and then you're just going to roll this up. This is doing really great. I can feel it's not breaking because before I could feel it break. All right, so this is gonna sit on the wire rack for a minimum of 30 minutes. It's 9 o'clock now, so in all reality, this is gonna sit until tomorrow morning, which will be just fine. Then I'll just unroll it, and we'll make the middle and finish it up. So I will be back sometime soon. All right, we are back with our cream cheese roll, and it has all rolled. It did not crack. So again, just worked out beautifully to roll it while it's still just a tad warm. I went ahead and mixed up the filling already because you don't need to watch cream cheese roll around in a food processor. So the filling is a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, a package of cream cheese. I did add a 1/2 cup of allulose. Again, if you don't want sweetener, or you maybe want the sweetener in the cake but not in the filling, it does not have to have the sweetener. The original recipe actually didn't have any sweetener in it. And then I did a 1/2 teaspoon of the cinnamon extract and a 1/2 teaspoon of the vanilla extract. And then I did a little over a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, because the filling, I really want that cinnamon flavor to pop. I really want it to just tickle the taste buds. So I mixed all that up, and now I'm going to take it and spread it onto the roll, and then we're going to re-roll this, and it's going to sit in the fridge till I have to leave for work, and then it'll sit in a cooler. But normally you would leave it rolled up in the fridge for about 3 hours just to give it a good chance to set before digging in. And then it should stay in the refrigerator just because it's got the cream cheese and stuff like that. You don't want to leave it out on the counter. But it's great to have for coffee or tea or just like a healthy morning breakfast, because it actually is. And you just slice it up. So I'm going to just point the camera down here so you can watch me spread. And I apologize for the lighting. Thankfully it's not super bright outside, but because I have just a big overhead light, I love my kitchen, but it's not very conducive to doing videos because I have so many windows that it makes the lighting not very good. All right. So this is the filling. I'm just going to plop it all right on there. Okay. And you're just going to push it around. Don't do too close to the edge because it will drip out as you roll it. So it's going to push it further. So this is spread as evenly as it's going to get. I'm going to, now we're going to roll it. Okay. So you're going to roll it the same way that you did before, but you're going to leave the towel out. All right. So this is a beautiful cream cheese roll. I'm going to wrap this back in the towel, and it's going to sit on the cookie sheet or the cooling rack or whatever you want for about 3 hours, and then it will be solid and it's not going to unroll. Okay, so that is it. The cream cheese roll is done. It's going to go back in the fridge. And then before I leave for work, I will wrap it in a cellophane, and it just stays beautiful as a log. It's very nutritious, it's nutrient dense, and it is just a really nice treat that's protein packed, so you can feel good eating it in the morning. Like I said, the main thing compared to the other videos that I made is just make sure to roll the initial roll while it's still a little warm. Like, really set that timer and, you know, only let it cool for about 10 minutes, and really lessens the amount of it cracking. If it does crack, like you see in the other videos, it's not a huge deal. Still tastes delicious. It's just not quite as pretty as not cracking. So this is going to go in the refrigerator. I have to finish getting the rest of their meal made and then get to the tax office because it's tax season 2024 and I just have to add another thing to my plate. It's fine, and I'm super excited to have been able to make this, get the video done for you guys, and provide a nutritious meal and dessert for my friends. If you make this, drop a comment and let me know how it turns out, how you liked it. If you have any questions, again, just post below, and we'll cook again soon.